of Kirtan on the story of Joseph as demonstrated in Mrs. Flora Samuel. One of the religious customs unique to the Bani Israel of India is Kirtan. The word Kirtan is derived from Sanskrit and means narration accompanied by music. This narration generally glorifies a great person or a great incident. The Bani Israel adopted this custom from the Hindus for the purpose of spreading religious knowledge among the people. The Hindu religious books and the great epics Ramayana and Mahabharata are originally written in Sanskrit. Only the Brahmins were allowed to study and speak Sanskrit, as it was considered the language of the gods. Some religious pandits and friends and priests translated these stories into regional languages and related them to the people at temples or at religious ceremonies. Songs and music were added to make the narration interesting. The narrator's talent of dramatization often made these stories vivid. The Bani Israel of India were cut off from other Jewish communities for a long time. After the religious revival in the 7th century, they became even more aware of their identity. The Christian missionaries' efforts to attract them to Christianity proved useless, but this added more enthusiasm to their will to survive as Jews. Many Bani Israel knew how to read Hebrew for the purpose of praying. Very few, however, could understand the meaning of what they were reading. Though translations of the Bible and other prayers were available, that wasn't enough. As a result of some religious leaders' efforts, they adopted the customs of Kirtan from the Hindus to spread religious knowledge among the community. They chose stories from the Bible, like the stories of Joseph, Moses, Ruth, Rabbi Akiva, etc., composed songs and music for them, and narrated the stories at special gatherings. I am happy to the Indian Women's Organization of Lud tried to revive this custom to keep it for the future generation, to show the future generation how we, the Bani Israels of India, kept our identity as Jews among the non-Jews. And I'm happy to present the same today for my future generation. I have chosen only a part of this Kirtan on the story of Joseph, and I'll try to show you how the story was narrated by the Kirtankar or the narrator, accompanied by music, so that the people would understand, at the same time enjoy the Bible stories. For example, in the course of the story of Joseph, we know that he had dreams, and he described his dreams to his brothers. Look at the way he described this dream in a song. Swapna padale mazkal ratri ek pendya bandiyalya sheti ami anek पेंढी ममत्या तुनी उभी राहे इतर पेंढ्यान मुलागल्या तिला हे. He says, last night I had a dream. We were binding sheaves of corn in the field. Then suddenly my sheaf stood up, and the other sheaves bowed down to it. He describes his second dream as follows. काही वेळाने दुजे स्वप्न पाही तारे अकरा आणि सूर्य चंद्र पाही नमन करीती मज बहु आदराने अन जागृत जाहलो मी भयाने. He says, after some time I had another dream. I saw 11 stars, the sun and the moon bowing down to me. All this and Jacob's special love for Joseph make the brothers jealous of him. They plan to get rid of him somehow, and the opportunity comes. One day, when Jacob sends Joseph to look for his brothers in Shechem, they see him approaching. He is wearing the colorful new coat his father has made for him, and one of the brothers says, "Dise bandhuari, ala aaj kari, maru ya satwari, pahu ya hotari, kaisa garv kari." Dise bandhuari, ala aaj kari, pahuya satwari, pahuya hotari, kaisa garv kari. Chala maru hanu, घेऊ प्राण तरी, आला हाती परी, कैसा गर्व करी. दिसे बंधुअरी, दिसे बंधुअरी, आला आज करी, पाहूया सत्वरी, पाहूया होतरी, कैसा गर्व करी. आम्हावरी राज्य करी पाहू कैसा, आम्हावरी राज्य करी पाहू कैसा, स्वप्न त्याचे ठरवू अशक्य ते. दिसे बंधुअरी, दिसे बंधुअरी, आला आज करी, मारूया सत्वरी, पाहूया होतरी, कैसा गर्व करी. The song means, look, our brother, our enemy is coming. He has fallen into our hands. Let's kill him quickly and then see how he can boast. Let's see how he can rule over us. Let's prove his dream untrue. At the request of Reuben, they didn't kill him. They threw him into a deep ditch. Later, they sold him to Ishmaeli traders. Then Joseph evokes his dead mother to save him. Utha sodi mate, mahanidriyete, majla pahage, kiti dukha hote. Utha sodi mate, घेऊनी मूल्य निर्दय बांधवानी, हाती परख्यांच्या दिधले गत्यानी. उठ सोडी माते, उठ सोडी माते, महानिद्रियेते, मजला पहागे, किती दुःख होते. उठ सोडी माते, रडे मी कदापि तव प्रेम जागे, रडे मी कदापि तव प्रेम जागे, होई न जाणो वदसी तुरागे. उठ सोडी माते, महानिद्रियेते, मजला पहागे, किती दुःख होते. उठ सोडी माते, मारी तू हाक ये आई तू वेगे, साधन देशी मजला परीगे. उठ सोडी माते, महानिद्रियेते, मजला पहागे, किती दुःख होते. Ut sodi mate. He says, "Oh, my mother, give up your sound sleep. Look how miserable I am. My cruel brothers have sold me to strangers in exchange for money. Whenever you shouted at me, I used to cry, and that made you take pity on me. But today, I am asking you to come quickly. Why don't you answer me?" The brothers tell Jacob that Joseph was perhaps devoured by some wild beast, and they show him the blood-covered coat that he was wearing. At the sight of the coat, Jacob burst into lamentations so. "Bala gunavanta, pahu kuthe tuz aata, din kantu kaise tuza parata, दाढ़ी तो नचमी जरियो से फातुजला, घोर प्रसंग न येता असला, तुझ निधना से कायावे, श्वापदे तुझ भाक्षावे, त्वा बुडविले वृद्धपणी हे बाळा, दुःख सागरी खचित ही मजला. He laments thus, "O my virtuous son, where can I look for you? How can I pass my days without you? If I hadn't sent you to look for your brothers, such a terrible thing wouldn't have happened to you. Why should I have such a terrible death? Why should a wild beast devour you? O my son, you have dumped me into the sea of sorrow in my old age." There are many songs in Marathi which have become a part of the folklore of the Bnei Israel tradition. These songs are based on the Bible stories. Parents used to sing these songs to the children from the days of their infancy. They turned them into cradle songs. One of such songs is the following. माझा योसेफ देखिला काय कोणीत री सांगा हो, शेखे मास पाठविला भावास त्या पहायाला, काय गती झाली त्याला, योसेफाला पाहून कोठे, 17 वर्षाचे होते बाळ, राहे सनिध सर्व काळ, भाऊ भेटीस लावला मूल, काय भूल मज पडली, रूप त्याचे बहु सुंदर, तैसा होता अति चतुर, केला अंगरखा मनोहर, प्रिय कर होता मजला, माझी प्रिय राखेल कामी, तिजला होताच बिनयामी, ती मरताच झालो मी दीन, मायेवीन बाळे उणी, घारी वाचून जशी पिली, नित्य दिसती कोमेली, तैसी गत मज आली, आड केले जीवाशी काय, योसेफा मी तुझसाठी झालो बाळा बहु कष्टी, कैसा येईना माझे दृष्टी, तुझी भेट मज व्हावी. This is only a part of a long song in which Jacob laments for his son and blames himself for sending him away. He describes how handsome he was and how he loved him. He describes how he and his brother Benjamin were miserable after his beloved wife Rachel died, and so on. We will conclude this demonstration with another song also connected with the story of Joseph. The song also describes all the incidents that led to Joseph's exile and how he overcame all these calamities. We hope this short demonstration has given you an idea as to how the Bene Israel community of India preserved the Jewish identity among the multitudes of non-Jews, even though they were detached from other Jewish communities of the world. The next song is as follows. कैसा दुःखाचा प्रसंग आला साचा, मज योसेफ या बाळाचा,